We'll go ahead and get started. Good morning again. My name's Greg Walker Wilson. I'm here from Circle of Mercy and Faith Communities for Immigration Justice, also a volunteer and ally of the Latino community. I want to first start to have Reverend Sarah Wilcox give us a welcome.
Good afternoon. This might be more than a welcome.
Good.
So you know.
All day.
My name is the Reverend Sarah Wilcox. I'm the pastor of Land of the Sky United Church of Christ and clergy lead for Faith Communities for Immigration Justice alongside Katie Winchell, who's our lay leader. Our organization represents a diversity of religious traditions and beliefs. As a policy matter, immigration is complex, and it's a complex issue on which neighbors can disagree. But as people of faith, we agree to basic tenets that unite us across our diverse traditions and across any politics. We are united in our commitment to working towards a humane and just world for all, regardless of immigration status. We believe that all people are beloved children of God, important and vital members of our community, and deserve the full enjoyment of human rights and human dignity. We believe in loving one's neighbor, welcoming the stranger, providing safe harbor for those fleeing oppression, caring for the vulnerable among us, and standing against injustice. In that commitment, we stand witnessing to the call of faith that demands that the immigration challenges our nation faces cannot be resolved with unjust, inhumane, and unethical actions. The means are not justified by the ends. The federal government continues to falsely claim that their immigration raids are intended to solve a crime problem. Unfortunately, the raids themselves should be seen through the eyes of our law and constitute the criminal charges of assault, robbery, and kidnapping. More importantly, data documents that immigrants are less likely than citizens to have criminal charges, and the ongoing raids rarely are connected to a warranted search. The Christian scriptures would encourage our nation and its citizens to take the log out of our own eye first. It would also call us to see with clarity how the narratives we are hearing and that hold dishonesty and mistruths are mechanisms to justify scapegoating a vulnerable population. Our traditions ask us to stand with the vulnerable, not further victimize them. Immigrants, no matter their status, have constitutional rights, but more importantly, they have divine rights as children of God, no matter their homeland. Parents are afraid to leave to go to the store, fearing they may not see their families again. Children are afraid to go to school, fearing they may be taken by masked men while walking to football practice. Those in need of medical services are skipping appointments. Workers are staying home, jeopardizing their stability and capacity to pay rent, buy food, and care for their families. Our faith in our democratic ideals and institutions, in the rule of law, and in the humanity of every person is being tested right here, right now. We call on faith leaders, businesses, and our city, county, and state government to continue to mirror back to be community in Asheville and Buncombe County. As an organization rooted in faith, we are committed to God's kingdom here on earth. It's reported that detention and deportation of 1 million immigrants would cost us $17 billion. We know that where your treasure is, there your heart is. So we implore our city officials to not subsidize these actions by further wasting our precious local resources. We want our worship services and our businesses to be free from extra legal government actions that turn public and private spaces violent. We want our streets to be free of masked and armed men who cannot be held accountable and endanger our law enforcement, our citizens, and our visitors. We offer gratitude and encourage our law enforcement agencies to continue to focus on creating a safer community through partnerships that address homelessness, addiction, mental health, and the enduring traumas that so many hold. We invite our businesses to consider proclaiming their status as a Fourth Amendment workplace. Deeply aware that intrusion on constitutional rights harms us all. Posting signs that remind federal agents they are certainly welcome with a signed judicial warrant as required by law. The protection against search and seizure without a warrant establishes the requirement that our government take targeted action, and it denies legitimacy to sweeping raids that require profiling and endanger citizens and non-citizens alike. We invite our city and our county governments to work for all of us, and to limit any support of extra legal government behaviors that diminish the safety and quality of life and our entire community. We can and we should demand a different solution for immigration. We should and we will speak to the inhumane, unjust, and extra-legal actions of unaccountable government actors that disrespect and undermine our law enforcement, our elected officials, and our community with their presence and their behaviors. It's an act of faith and a commitment to community to speak up and to speak out. We all deserve better.
And now Asheville Councilmember Kim Roney will introduce the resolution.
Friends and neighbors, my name is Kim Roney, and I am one of your Asheville City Council members. Are there any other council members here or county commissioners yet? Across our country, Trump's domestic deployment of military, ICE, and often unidentifiable federal agents has terrorized American cities, violating constitutional rights of residents, including refugees, immigrants, and citizens of our United States, including children. Now they are deployed in North Carolina. Gross federal overreach threatens our Hurricane Helene recovery efforts, our budget priorities, our community values, our small and locally owned businesses, and the trust of our local government, required to provide true safety for the people who live, work in, and visit our mountain home.
That's right.
Immigration enforcement is not a criminal matter, it's a civil one. There are actions, more than statements, that local elected officials can do to keep our community safe. I have presented a resolution for the City Council to consider at our council meeting this Tuesday, November 18th. It follows precedent from other cities to ensure land and facilities owned by the City of Asheville will not be used for civil immigration enforcement. This includes community centers, parking lots, and parks and recs facilities. Setting clear policy supports local law enforcement officers by maintaining their focus on serving and protecting our residents and upholding the law. The resolution is not yet on our City Council agenda. It needs your support. I urge friends, neighbors, people of faith, workers, and local businesses to contact the City Council to express support for the resolution as we stand together for inclusion, safety, and belonging for all. Para mis amigos y vecinos, estamos en esto juntos, montaña fuerte, we are in this together, mountain strong.
Okay, now I'd like to introduce Reverend Claudia Jimenez, Unitarian Universalist minister.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. Nosotros no somos criminales violentos. Nosotros no rompemos las leyes. Nosotros somos sus vecinos. We are not dangerous criminals. We are not violent. We are your neighbors. How many of you had immigrant siblings take care of your roofs after Helene? How many of you have immigrant siblings that own businesses that you support and that support you? How many of you have immigrant siblings that clean your homes and serve the yummy food that Asheville is known for? Beloveds, let us shift that narrative. A country that criminalizes brown and black bodies when it is convenient and welcomes them when they need their labor is not a country that we support. We cannot allow this cruelty and inhumanity and disrespect for human dignity to prevail in this country that aspires to be a democracy. My parents came here when I was a child, fleeing fleeing corruption, fleeing poverty. And if we were people that studied and knew our history, we would know that many of these immigrants, like my parents, come here looking for opportunity because the policies of this country have destabilized our countries. If we come from Central America, South America, looking for opportunity, don't all Americans want to not just survive, but thrive? Don't all human beings want to survive and thrive? In this time, what are we called to do? People of faith or people with faith in humanity? Whatever our theology, we are called to amar el prójimo, to love our neighbor. And we are called as citizens to speak up for our beloveds, to speak up for our vecinos and our hermanes, because they are crucial to our community. They are where do we get our food from, for crying out loud? We need to be in solidarity, and we need to show up. And this is an opportunity to reach out to our elected officials and call them into account. We cannot allow our taxpayer dollars to be used to harass and to disrespect our immigrant neighbors. May each of you leave this space and go out and get your friends, your circles, to reach out to our elected officials and say, no, not on our watch, not in Asheville, not in our community. Love thy neighbor. Ames a tu prójimo. Let's do that.
So now we'll hear from the Buncombe County Association of Educators, Shanna Peel.
Good afternoon. My name is Shanna Peel. I'm a Buncombe County resident, mother of 3, special education teacher, and the president of Buncombe County Association of Educators.
All right. Thank you.
I'm here in solidarity today with Carson Bridges, president of Asheville City Association of Educators, caregiver and teacher of first grade students at Claxton Elementary. We are here today because every one of us, educators, families, neighbors, share a common responsibility to keep our students safe, to lessen the trauma they carry, and to ensure that families in our community can stay whole. Over the past year, instead of investing in the well-being of our communities, the federal government has deployed immigration agents into our country, and they are now here in Western North Carolina, targeting, detaining, and removing community members and neighbors who are a part of the fabric of this region. As public school educators, as union members, and as resident leaders, the Asheville City and Buncombe County Associations of Educators believe we must be absolutely clear. We strongly oppose any increased presence or activity of ICE or Border Patrol across North Carolina. Because we know exactly what this increased enforcement does. It stokes fear. It fractures trust. It pushes families into the shadows. And in our public schools, fear does not stay outside of the school door. When families feel unsafe, students stay home. Attendance drops, achievement drops, stress rises, and trauma deepens. And families who are essential to the wellness of our schools, feel pushed away from the places that they rely on the most. Our students and families deserve better. They deserve to feel safe, supported, and welcomed in the communities that they call home.
We appreciate the public statements that many of our local and state leaders have made in response to this recent deployment. But statements alone don't keep children safe. Policies do, resolutions do, action does. That's why we are urging our local elected boards to take the next step, to pass a resolution prohibiting federal agents from conducting civil immigration enforcement on any school, city, or county property. And to adopt clear protective policies that ensure no student or family is subjected to intimidation, surveillance, or detention when accessing public education or public services. Whether they are at school, at a bus stop, or during after-school programs. And to our fellow educators and community members, we want to equip you too. On Monday, December 1st, from 5 to 7 p.m. at the ACAE BCAE Union Hall, we will host an immigration rights training for educators. We invite every school staff member to join us, learn with us, and stand with our students and families. Because our community is strongest when every child feels safe, every family feels whole, and every one of us stands together. Thank you.
Thank you. And from the Central Labor Council, Stephanie McDonald.
All right. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Stephanie McDonald. I'm with the North Carolina AFL-CIO, and I work with the Western North Carolina Central Labor Council. We're here today because the fight for workers' rights and the fight for immigrant justice are one and the same. When we defend our labor unions, we defend the dignity of every worker. And when we protect immigrants from ICE raids and intimidation, we protect the very foundation of our communities. Labor unions are built on solidarity. They remind us that no worker should stand alone against exploitation. Immigrant workers, documented or undocumented, are the backbone of our industries across the country. From farms and factories, hospitals and schools. Yet, too often, these workers face a double threat: wage theft, unsafe conditions from employers, and now fear of detention or deportation from ICE. We demand that workplaces remain safe from ICE intrusion. A union hall, a job site, a school, these must be sanctuaries, not hunting grounds. We call for contracts and union protections that explicitly shield immigrant workers from retaliation based on immigration status. We urge elected officials to pass legislation that bars ICE from conducting raids in workplaces, schools, public properties. When ICE terrorizes our neighbors, it weakens every worker's bargaining power. Fear divides us, and division is the oldest trick in the boss's book. But when we stand together, native-born and immigrant, documented or undocumented, we cannot be broken. We are family, and an injury to one of us is an injury to all of us. We say to ICE, you cannot break our families. We say to corporations, you will not silence our unions. And we say to every worker, your rights do not stop at the border. Your dignity does not depend on a document, and your voice will be heard. This is our pledge: to fight for labor, to fight for immigrants, and to fight until justice is won. Solidarity now. Solidarity forever. Thank you.
Okay, from the Heart of West Asheville Business Coalition, Katie McDaniel and Emily Quinn.
Hi, my name's Katie McDaniel, and I'm one of the owners of Cooperative Coffee Roasters, which is a coffee roastery and shop in West Asheville. I'm also one of the organizers for the Heart of West Asheville Business Coalition. So the Heart of West Asheville Business Coalition's mission is to protect and uplift the unique character of West Asheville by advocating for owner-operated small businesses, community organizations, and thoughtful development. We work collaboratively to strengthen our West Asheville community through bold action, creative marketing, and accessible support for one another, building a thriving and inclusive West Asheville from the ground up. We have 78 members now, and we are growing. We've just recently started. So bearing this mission in mind, I'm here on behalf of the Heart of West Asheville Business Coalition to appeal to our city leaders to stand up to the federal government's unconstitutional bullying. Do not accommodate ICE or any other agents to come into our city and unconstitutionally threaten, touch, restrain, detain, or take our neighbors.
Yes. Amen.
The actions we've seen by these agents in other cities is unethical, and it should be illegal. So the business owners that I represent are asking our city to please pass legislation that will ensure that no Asheville City property will be used for any civil immigration enforcement activities.
That's right. Period. That's right.
We call on the city to protect the constitutional rights of all citizens, including immigrants and refugees.
Yes.
Thank you.
Friends and neighbors, Councilmember Kim Roney here. We had scheduled for Vice Chair of the Buncombe County Commission, Martin Moore, to be with us today, but he has been delayed. So I wanted to invite our Buncombe County Register of Deeds, Drew Reisinger, to also join me here. I just wanted to also let you know that being in right relationship with each other and the planet is a collective work, and none of us does this work alone. As you see with all these neighbors here, Drew has been just an amazing support. He's doing the work representing the people with his office. We saw that through Hurricane Helene, and it's been the same this week. So thank you, Drew. Each one of the council members and the county commissioners have access to resolutions that are working from the precedent that's available from other cities that are also experiencing similar government overreach. Once again, the ask is for us to pass these resolutions at our city and county meetings this Tuesday, November 18th. And we are asking that the community join in supporting our city council and our county commission in getting these resolutions passed. It is imperative that we do more than talk about support. We actually need to put the policy in place that keeps our community safe. You can reach the full council, including me, at Asheville NC Council at ashevillennc.gov.
So in closing, we're in this together. We invite businesses, organizations, and neighbors to post signage in your windows that promote Fourth Amendment rights, to stand up against authoritarianism, to prove our Appalachian spirit of solidarity and belonging by standing up against bullying, the hijacking of our resources, and the kidnapping of our neighbors. Some things you can do. If you see a detention or other action happening, you have the right to document it. Know your rights. Review your Know Your Rights materials from a trusted source like the ACLU or various other ones. And please call the community hotline run by SEMA. And if you witness suspicious activity, so that it can be verified. In case it is a rumor, we need to get accurate information out, not to stress people out. And again, you have 24 hours to contact City Council and County Commissioners to help get this passed and help our community to be safe. Thank you so much for coming.
Protection policy now. 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 Protection policy now.
Protection policy now.
Thank you for coming.